haunting of Silverwood Manor. Welcome back, brave souls, to a place where reality dissolves and nightmares come alive. Tonight's story isn't just terrifying, it's unforgettable. It's about an old house, a family's descent into fear, and the horrifying truth that was never meant to be uncovered. If you think you're ready, sit back, dim the lights, and prepare for the haunting of Silverwood Manor. Story title: Manor. Story title: The Haunting of Silverwood Manor. The quiet countryside of Pennsylvania, the Silverwood Manor stood tall, an elegant yet decaying relic of the 19th century. When Mark and Sarah Carter stumbled upon it during a weekend drive, it was love at first sight. The couple, along with their 10-year-old daughter Lily, decided to purchase the house and restore it to its former glory. Locals warned them. Whispers of its dark past, the disappearances, the tragedies, were brushed off as superstition. "Old houses have stories," Sarah said, laughing. "We'll make it a happy one." But happiness was short-lived. The first week in Silverwood Manor was uneventful, but it didn't take long for the house to reveal its secrets. It started with Lily, who began talking about an imaginary friend. "She's funny," Lily said one evening at dinner. "Her name is Annabelle. She lives in the walls." Mark chuckled, brushing it off as a child's imagination. But Sarah couldn't shake the chills that crept down her spine. "Where did you meet her?" Sarah asked. "In my room," Lily said, smiling. Manor. One evening, while unpacking boxes in the basement, Sarah found something odd: an old, dusty journal tucked inside a cracked leather case. The journal belonged to a woman named Eleanor Silverwood, the original owner of the manor. The entries started innocently enough, descriptions of parties, visitors, and her young daughter Annabelle. But as Sarah flipped through the pages, Eleanor's tone grew frantic. "Annabelle says she can hear them in the walls. She says they're coming for us. I told her it's nonsense, but what if she's right?" The final entry chilled Sarah to the bone. "Annabelle is gone. I can still hear her laughing at night. I don't know if it's her or them. God help us all." The journal sent Sarah spiraling. She became obsessed with finding out what happened to the Silverwoods. Late nights researching old records revealed a horrifying truth. Every family that had lived in the manor since the Silverwoods had suffered tragedy: children disappearing, mysterious deaths, and families fleeing without explanation. One stormy night, Mark was working late, and Sarah was alone with Lily. The power flickered, and the house seemed to groan with the wind. Sarah tucked Lily into bed and sat in the living room, reading by candlelight, when she heard it, faint but unmistakable, coming from Lily's room. Rushing upstairs, Sarah burst into Lily's room and found her sitting on the floor, staring at the wall. Escape or trap? In a desperate frenzy, Sarah screamed for Mark, but there was no response. She grabbed a chair and smashed it against the wall, trying to widen the crack. The figures retreated momentarily, but the house seemed to fight back. Doors slammed shut, the air grew icy, and a deafening hum filled the room. Finally, Mark burst in, holding a flashlight. "What's happening?" he shouted. "The walls, they're alive!" Sarah screamed. Without hesitation, Mark grabbed Lily and pulled Sarah toward the front door. As they ran, the house seemed to shake violently, as though it were alive and angry. The family barely made it outside before the house went eerily still. The next morning, they returned with the police. But when they entered the house, it was empty. No crack in the wall, no journal, no sign of anything unusual. Out that same day, never looking back. Some say Silverwood Manor still stands waiting for its next victims. As for the Carters, they never spoke of what happened that night again. But Lily, she still hums that nursery rhyme, especially when she thinks no one's listening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Until next time, sleep tight, if you can.